Big Game Motorsports owner Tod Quiring shared more details about the deal that brought Donny Schatz to the team for the rest of the World of Outlaws races in August. Wrote this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. He shared these details in an interview with Dirt Vision after it was announced that Donny Schatz would be joining his Big Game Motorsports team. They made that announcement in a press release saying, "We're excited to have Donny be a part of the team for the next 2.5 weeks. Donny has produced a storied career with his 10 World of Outlaws championships and more than 300 World of Outlaws wins. He is also known as one of the cleanest race car drivers in the history of the sport, and he does a tremendous job of taking care of equipment. All of that, combined with the support from our crew and driver, David Gravel, made it an easy decision to create this second team while the World of Outlaws are racing close to our shop the rest of August." As I said, he then provided more details in an interview with Dirt Vision where he shared that the deal is really just friends helping friends out a little bit here. And we have all the equipment. And, logistically, the next 7 races are very close to our shop. And our guys obviously work to put this together. But this is not going to be a distraction to our 2-car with David or anything like that. This is Donny's grassroots in this whole area. I own 2 of the racetracks that he grew up at and raced. The next, 3 weeks is a big 3 weeks for him. He can race all around his family and friends and everything. It's more of a, we have good equipment, we have a lot of stuff, and it was fairly simple for us to put this together for these 7 races. When asked how the deal came together, Quiring revealed that he wasn't actually part of initial conversations, and it was his team that actually put it together. This is actually a pretty incredible story right here. He says, "I'm going to be brutally honest with you. My guys did it. I didn't do it. Taylor and Cody Jacobs. Donny called me at noon yesterday, which would be Wednesday, and I was in a meeting, so I didn't answer. I called him back Wednesday evening, and I was talking to Donny, and he said, 'Tod, you don't have to do this if you don't want to.' And I said, 'Do what?' And he said, 'Put this car together for me.' And I said, 'I don't know what you're talking about.' And I didn't." From there, he shared that Jacobs and Taylor had informed him that they had put together a deal and already gotten shots of crew and knew they had the equipment and were just asking for him to basically sign off on it. And obviously he did. We then got some details about the kind of equipment that Donny Schatz will be running. And he confirmed that Schatz will be running the same engine and chassis as Gravel. It's the same stuff that David has. We don't have a bad engine. Some teams keep around an engine that's bad. We don't have a bad engine. Everything is going what the 2-car has. It's just going to be the same stuff. And it might not be what fits his style. And the guys will tweak on it a little bit, but we're not going to go change a whole bunch of things just to go race these 7 races. He's going to race what we have and just see how it goes. I know the engines, our engine package, they throttle well, they qualify well, they race well. That's the big thing. Brian Morrison's done a good job, and we've worked with him since 2010, and he builds a great engine, a great racing engine. It's got a lot of torque, and you don't blow the tires off it. I think our engines are what Donny would like to try, and so it's more of a trial deal and helping a friend out. As far as the team and crew that will be working with Schatz, Quiring shared that Cody Jacobs, Brad Alexander, Stephen Ham Riley, and Laney Nichols are all part of the deal. However, he hasn't spoken with them about who has what title. He said, "I haven't really asked the guys. Brad just got here a few minutes ago, and Brad came in. And Stephen Ham Riley has worked for me. He was our car chief all last year. He'll be on the car too. He flew in from Pennsylvania today." And then Laney Nichols, who has worked with Donny for a long time on and off. Those 3 will be on the 15 car for the next 7 races. Obviously, it's our equipment, and Cody will coach those guys and guide them and so forth. But obviously, the primary focus will be on the 2 car, but Cody will oversee. Honestly, we're very organized, and I'm saying that Cody's a very organized person, so this is not that difficult for us to do. Everything in our shop is ready to go other than bolting Donny's seat in, putting the vinyl on, and that type of thing, so it's not that difficult. Finally, as far as whether or not the deal might be extended after August, Quiring shared that he had not thought about it, and it hasn't been part of the conversation, and he would go on to kind of basically say that's unlikely to be in the cards. He said this: "Logistically, everything's very close to our shop, and we can get there logistically. Then the Outlaws go to California, so that's just not feasible for more of the truck and trailers and stuff like that. It's hard to throw together something quick like that." I haven't talked to Donny, but I'm at least guessing this gives him 3.5 weeks to find something that he can finish out the year in. And then he made it very clear that there has been no conversation on that end about them kind of continuing the deal after August. So unlikely that Schatz will stay with Big Game Motorsports after August, and he will have to try to find another ride to close out the year with the World of Outlaws, or maybe try to find another stopgap measure here, like Big Game Motorsports is offering him for the rest of August. So those are the details that we kind of got here from Tod Quiring about the deal that brought Donny Schatz to Big Game Motorsports. Quiring indicating that he wasn't even really part of the deal. His team put it together, Taylor and Cody, and he basically just signed off on it. And then obviously providing some of those key details there about the crew who will be working with him, and then obviously the equipment that they will be using. So we will definitely see how things go. Obviously, we heard from Tony Stewart about how Donny was not really happy with the engine program over there and was just really unsatisfied with the results that the team was getting. And Tony was obviously, I think, getting frustrated as well with the fact that they weren't able to find something that pleased him. So we will see if what Big Game Motorsports and Tod Quiring has is to Donny's liking, and we will definitely see how he performs there close to home. Obviously, I think there's going to be lots of eyes on how Schatz does, especially in comparison to Madsen, who has replaced him over at Tony Stewart Racing. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.